Hi everyone. So in today's video, I just wanted to showcase some of the new advancement with the Iris app, kind of show you what the object detection tracking looks like, our analytics page, and then what the creation of rules and triggers looks like. So just to show you a live demonstration of this restaurant that we're currently been running on, we are currently implementing live tracking and detection of people and faces. So as you can see on the right hand side, we have object detection. So from object detection to object detection accuracy, object tracking, facial recognition, recognition accuracy, activate heat maps, etc. Then we have a face detection section, we have a motion detection, and then we have our analytics page. Well, it's not really our analytics page, but it's just a short summary on the right hand side. We do have a main analytics page, which I'll be showing in just a minute. But here we can see that we're currently detecting, well, tracking 8 people, of which 4 to 5 heads, faces are currently being recognized at the moment. Well, not really recognized, but detected because we haven't implemented facial recognition in this case scenario. And so, yeah, this is just a kind of quick summary, just showcasing that the app is running constantly, even if, well, it's running in the back end on our server side. Even if the app is closed, this will constantly run and constantly implement the various monitoring that you need. Then, if I go into the next page, which is our analytics page, it's currently still in an alpha stage, still thinking of ways to design this to provide as much um, detail and information to the user. Um, so, for example, on the right-hand side, we have a calendar. We have all the various days that the application has run on. So in this case, I'm going to pick the 8th of January, which is a Saturday, and then I'm going to click on Update Chart. And as you can see here, this kind of shows you a trend line from, let's say, from 10 a.m. in this case all the way to 10 p.m. at night, because this is from when we had the first detection. So people started coming in at 10 at the restaurant. We can see that there has been a peak at around 12:40 when we had the biggest amounts. Well, with 13 people detected in that period. And then you can see that as time passes, the trend line kind of goes down to an average of like 4 to 6 people during the day. And then you can see that we have another spike in the evening of about 10 people. So this can kind of give you a good indication of how the business was running throughout the day. Then on the bottom hand side, we have the average detection throughout the day, and this kind of tells us what the peak times were. So we 12 o'clock was when we had the highest amount of people around, and then by 10 o'clock we saw the biggest decline. Again, this is still something we're working on, looking for ways to implement it to provide more in-depth analysis, especially in relation to facial recognition tracking and rule creation tracking. So then this kind of takes us to the next page, which I am going to use our media file service. This is where I'm able to upload videos, video files of any format, way in which we can then run tracking and object detection and you provide any kind of analysis you need on that video file. So in this sample, I am going to, well, in this example, I'm going to pick a sample of this. Essentially, this um, traffic traffic point where you can see cars driving in from the south. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly pause this video and I am going to create a few rules here. Okay. Um, I already have them pre-created. So as you can see, we have the one in green and the one in red. What this helps us do is to understand how many vehicles in this case pass through this green area and how many vehicles pass through the red area. In this case, we named this as paid entrance, and then the other one as unpaid entrance. I know the text is kind of hard to read on the top left of the boxes. I am going to put a background to make it more visible. But what we're going to do is we can just delete these rules for now, right? And we can just kind of create them ourselves. So what we're going to do is we're going to say paid entrance, and then I am going to select, I'm just going to draw a normal square, and we're going to kind of create a range more or less like so. And then we're going to create count. I'm going to pick a color. Obviously, I am going to pick green because I believe that it's kind of indicates, the go to green, right? The amount of vehicles that actually pass through that. I'm going to save this. Then I'm going to create another one, which is unpaid entrance. I'm going to do the same thing. We have different ways of creating rules. We can kind of draw custom ranges, but right now we're just going to draw a normal square for this example. So I'm going to select this as red. I'm just gonna leave the color as red, right? Maybe that's a bit orange. I think this should be red. There we go. And then I'm just gonna save this rule, and then we're gonna activate essentially these two rules that we created, right? So now when I replay this video, we're going to see now as the vehicles are crossing the area, as you can see, as they cross the green area, they're tagged as green, and as the vehicles are passing the unpaid entrance area, they're tagged as red, right? And now if we go to analytics section, and I just pause this video quickly, we can see that on the rules count, we can see that 5 vehicles passed the paid entrance section and 4 vehicles passed the unpaid entrance section. And again, this is just different ways to help you monitor and survey your whatever your data is. Whatever you could be monitoring. It could be a shopping center, it could be a intersection, it could be a business, it could be a high-end security area where, for example, you could mark out certain areas where only qualified people could enter the section. Okay. Again, this is just a quick demonstration. In my next video, I'm actually going to showcase how we implement facial recognition with object tracking so that we're able to actually identify and track individuals. Thanks again.